This chapter, we are going to understand about one of the most, I would say, easiest chapter of what you have, that is linear programming, or in short, we call it as LPP. Okay. Now, what exactly do we mean by this LPP and what are we going to study this linear programming? Let's discuss about that first. Now, you need to understand how LPP came into play. Okay, this is the introduction part. Very simple. So whenever you have a transportation problem, or whenever you have a diet chart problem, or whenever we have allocation problem, now these kind of problems, we need to address it in a mathematical way. That is where LPP is very important. Okay. Now what we do in this particular topic is that whenever a situation or a case study is given, basically a problem is given, we get the variables and what we call as the decision variables. We get the decision variables and then we try to figure out whether we need to maximize or minimize the particular situation. For example, if it's a loss, then we need to minimize it. If it's a profit, then we need to maximize it. Correct? Like if it's a transportation, we try to deliver as many goods as possible in a very short, like very short distance, something like this. So basically, these are linear programming problems. Understood? Now, in this chapter, mainly you're going to understand the basic terminologies what we use. This is how we start the chapter. Once we understand that, then how do we plot it? Like how are we going to look into the LPP? Then different type of standard problems, like what I was giving you an example, a diet problem or a transportation problem or allocation problem. Different types of problems are there. Fair enough? So as you study more and more different, real life examples, you guys can start to apply this in different types also. Now, a good thing is in your board exam, you will have one LPP for 6 marks. Like it's a definite question. Okay, you will have one LPP and that too a particular type of an LPP. We have unbounded and bounded, which you're going to learn. You're going to have a bounded problem for sure in your board exam. And coming to the CET point of view, you are going to have one question or sometimes two questions based on LPP. Okay, so this chapter has weightage in your final exam as well as in other competitive exams. Right, so with this introduction of LPP, in the next video, we are going to discuss a few basic terminologies what we use in LPP.